Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to another Laptime challenge on Gran Turismo 7. Today we are racing on Dragon Trail Gardens, a track we've had before I think some months ago in the BMW E36 M3. Today we are again in a street car, which is now the Audi R8 from 2007. The car is equipped with sports hard tires and the current world record is set at a 142 and slightly below 0.8. So that leaves us as of today to beat a 145.9. So let's get right on track and try to do the guide. So first of all, starting into your lap, you want to take a wide line through the last corner so you get the maximum speed onto the main straight and into your lap. So once going over the finish line, position the car to the right hand side of the track, and then the first brake marker to come up is this black sign or the second black sign on the right hand side of the track. At this one, give it an initial hard brake input, then open up the brake to get grip for rotation, go down to third gear to even support this one, and once you feel the car stop sliding, go back to the power in third. Upshift to fourth over to the right hand side of the track, the next brake marker is shortly ahead of the 100 board. Don't brake too late, slow in, fast out, cause the series of upcoming corners is important. So brake early, then down to second gear, cut a lot of the curb on the left hand side, short power input in second before slightly going to the brake again, over the curb on the right hand side, and now most important, aim for the curb on the left and you want to put your car right in the center of that red sausage curb so you don't hit it with any of the tires. Then you can go very early back to the power and up to third and carry a lot of speed to this back straight. Once you got this right, go down the back straight and position the car to the right hand side of the track. Now the next brake marker might be a bit depending on your exit speed of that last corner, but I used the end of the barrier on the right hand side with that yellow marking. Go hard into the brakes and no need for engine braking, just shift down slowly. Then aim for the inside curb, go down to the very first gear, cut a lot of the inside curb, early up to second again and back to the power using all the width of the track on the exit. Now the next chicane is a bit difficult again, you can cut a curb on the right and then go very early into this left-hander, cut a lot of this one, you can slightly go off track and even no need to go off the accelerator pedal, which I did. But anyway, you will then brake once the tree on the right leaves your screen. So hard initial brake input down to third gear, then give it some trail braking and don't be too fast cause you will suffer from understeer. Then short power input, low change to the left hand side, lift, slight brake input, let the car slide to the inside and then early back to the power and for sure use all the width of the track for acceleration. Then down into the dip and the next brake marker will be where the tire marks on the tarmac become more obvious. Again hard brake input, then open up the brakes for rotation down to third gear, let the car slow down very slowly and try to keep a more or less constant line with some gentle power input through this long right-handers. And now for the most crucial part, when passing the third curb on the right, try to aim for the very last one and go flat out again. Do not open up the steering so you keep your line and don't go off track here on the left hand side. So it's crucial to carry a lot of speed onto this last straight. And of course, again, depending on your exit speed, the last brake marker will be the 150 board on the right hand side. So hard into the brakes, go down to second gear, then aim for the inside curb and you can go a little bit wide on this one, then let the car coast a little bit, gently back to the power, lifting to get more grip for rotation on the front, and then early as possible, fully flat out again, use all the width of the track and the curb, and then don't miss your shift points for this natural aspirated engine, make your way to the finish line and get yourself the gold medal. And again for those driving in chase cam, let's have a look at that lap once more from this view. So getting into your lap, make sure you carry a good amount of speed out of the last corner so you get the highest speed possible into your lap. Then over to the right hand side of the track, the second black board on the right is your brake marker. Hard into the brakes, down to fourth gear, then you may use third gear for more rotation into this corner and once the car stops sliding, back to the power. Over to the right hand side of the track ahead of the 100 board, brake hard, down to third gear, down to second, let the car go over the curb on the left, short power input, cutting a lot of the curb on the right, then position the car in the middle of the next sausage curb to be able to hit that power early without any instability in the vehicle. Then go down this back straight to the hairpin corner, position the car to the right hand side of the track and of course depending on your exit speed, the next brake marker is the end of the barrier on the right with the yellow marking. Hard into the brakes and down to the very first gear, aim for the inside curb, cut a lot of this one early up to second and fully flat out to the power again. Now cut a bit of the curb on the right hand side, then early turn in and cut a lot of the curb on the left, slightly off track and then back to the brakes, down to third gear, slow that car down to not slide too much. Short power input before going for that left hander, lifting the accelerator pedal, slight brake input and early back to the power using all the width of the track. Down into the dip, and with the tire marks appearing, back to the brakes, down to third, use trail braking into this right-hander, try to keep a constant speed and steering angle, slight power into it will support, and after the third curb, back to the power again, aim for the fourth curb, don't open up the steering, and use all the width of the track at the corner exit to carry all that speed to the back straight. Now the last brake marker is the 150 board on the right hand side, hard into the brakes, down to second gear, aim for the inside curb, go a bit wide and with gentle power input and lifting to get more grip rotation, at the second curb flat out again, and onto that straight to the finish line, hopefully getting yourself a gold medal and 2 million credits. So again, what are my thoughts on this one? To be honest, when I saw this morning that PD dropped another street car challenge, I was like, come on, you can't be serious. And I really thought of skipping this one. But I've given it a try, and it, to be honest, took me roughly 30 minutes to do it, so I was adapting to the car quite quickly. It didn't feel as bad as I expected it to be, so it's more or less enjoyable and yeah, not as crazy as I thought it would be. But let me know your thoughts in the comments, and as usual, if this guide helped you out, feel free to drop a like, share this video and subscribe to the channel to not miss future ones. And then I say thanks again for watching, I hope to see you guys in the next one, and bye bye.